Welcome back to SendCutSend Community College. This is our office hours session where we answer questions from the lessons and break things down in a clear and simple way. So grab your notes and let's get into it. The more that you're going to play in the world of CAD, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to run into errors, warnings, and things are going to break, even on a happy time like Christmas. Now in this one, we're going to answer the question, what do I do and what's the workflow to fix errors that I find in CAD? So we're going to go straight into CAD on this one. I have a plate that I've already drawn that I've put a hole in the top right corner. Now, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make one change here. We're going to change the width of this part. I'm going to go back to that original sketch down there in the timeline in the bottom left corner. We're going to change it from 5 inches to 4 inches. Now, when I come out of that and I click Finish Sketch, we're going to see that we don't have that hole anymore. Down in the bottom right corner, we have this warning for Extrude 1. And in the timeline now, underneath my Extrude 1, I have this yellow indicator saying that there's an issue with it. If I right-click on it, I can go to Edit Feature, and we can see that that hole is no longer inside of our part. With that, we can't really do anything at the feature level on this one. We're going to go over to our sketch. And this is how we're going to end up fixing these problems. We can move this little indicator over in front of that, and that essentially moves us in the timeline over to where the sketch was. We can right-click on that sketch, edit our sketch, and we can see that the way in which I drew this hole originally didn't allow it to move with the outside of that part. Now, one simple way to fix this part would be to just change my dimension to 1.75, and now my hole is within that part. However, if I end up making that same change again, say I shrunk it down or I even made it larger, that hole's not going to move with our edges like we want it to. We want to remember that we want that parametric design and things tied together. If I delete these two dimensions, what we can do is we can put dimensions off of that outside edge instead. So we're going to click on this in our center of our hole. And we're going to put that 0.250 dimension, and we're going to make one more off the top here. Now we have that fully defined black sketch that's on there, and it's now tied to the top right corner, assuming that that's exactly where I want the hole, no matter the size of my plate. Go ahead and click Finish Sketch. And now we got to move our timeline back over our original extrusion, and we're going to see that hole pop up. Now, the cool thing is that I can go ahead and change this part size to anything that I want. We can go to 5 inches by 6 inches, click Finish Sketch, and that is going to propagate through completely. Now, as your designs get more complex, you're going to see a snowball effect with these warnings and errors. You might see 2, 3, 5 even come up when they come through. Now, on that one, don't panic. All you're going to do is move that timeline back, just like the simple example, to the very first instance, solve that one, and then work through them one at a time methodically until everything is fixed. Now that answers this question. To get your questions answered, drop a comment underneath the lesson. Happy holidays. We'll see you after the break.